Hello, world. Ready to upgrade your presence online and offline? Warmest welcome to World Humanitarian Drive's 19th episode of Inspiring Millions Show. This is the show where we feature brilliant minds from around the world to share with us their story, one story at a time. Today, our guest is Issa Litton, award-winning host, actress, entrepreneur of One Lit Corp. We'll get to know her inspiring story in a short while. Thank you for joining us live or in replay. I'm Viva O'Flynn, your host and Global Media Relations of World Humanitarian Drive. World Humanitarian Drive, also known as WHD, is an international NGO founded in Croydon, UK by British Indian global peace activist, entrepreneur, writer, Dr. Abdul Basit Saeed. The primary vision of WHD is to promote peace, education, and trade harmony initiatives globally among everyone across the world, regardless of race, gender, religion, or nationality, living as one family. This Inspiring Millions show is your show too, therefore we encourage you to engage with us. Please help us spread inspiration to the world by sharing this link. Put your questions that you would like to ask our honorable guest, Issa Litton of the Philippines, or comments that you have for us in the chat box. We will read them later on in the show. Let us also know where you are watching this. Wherever you are in the world, let us keep you company and brighten your day as we share peace, love, and happiness. It's the second week of June. It's Teachers Thank You Week. In this episode, our virtual stage takes us to the Philippines, named after King Philip II of Spain. The Philippines, the land of warm smiles and sunny beaches, is located in Southeast Asia, where they will celebrate their 123rd year of independence tomorrow. As its Teacher Thank You Week, our honorable guest is my teacher and mentor in online impact, upgrade your online presence, and also navigating the flow, online interviews, and moderating. And here is more about our special guest. CHARISSA GRACE ISSA LITTON is a multi-awarded host, actress, online moderator, the president and head trainer of our company, One Lit Corp, focused on hosting management and communications, content and digital content creation. Issa is a three-time ALIW awardee for Best Female MC, 2020 Best Host, PMPC Star Awards Best Lifestyle Show Host, United Nations and UNESCO Awardee for Community Services, Corporate and Lifestyle Events Host, and Moderator. Issa also won Best Actress Awards. Issa was an assistant director for films, music videos, commercials, feature films, and TV shows like Project Runway Philippines' first season. Thank you to multi-awarded, multi-talented, multi-skilled, my teacher and mentor, Miss Issa Litton, for being with us here today. Mabuhay, welcome!
Mabuhay ka din, Viva! And thank you! My gosh, I was blushing the whole time you were doing that introduction. Thank you, and good afternoon to everybody watching from the UK. Good morning or good evening from where I am in Manila. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And Viva to the World Humanitarian Drive. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Issa. You look so radiant and lovely as always.
Thank you.
So let's get started. Could you please tell the world more about yourself and what you do?
Well, on top of what you said, on top of that very, very flattering introduction, I am a mother of two. I think that's the best place for me to start. I am a mom of two girls, aged 12 and 16. Other than that, yes, it's with what I do that people know me for, which is hosting, acting, now mentoring, and definitely I'm a newbie entrepreneur. My business is only around 2 years old. I started in 2019, and everything I've done until this point in my life is really out of curiosity, fun, and doing what I love to do. So I am a person who, I may talk for a living, but I actually do what I love. So I don't ever feel like I've ever worked a day in my life. And I love that. I think that's just a great way to live.
That's a really great introduction. Do what you love as well. So there's also an interesting background about the Litton family that you'd like to share.
Oh, yes, actually, I had to ask my aunt about it. There's some relationship, a real relationship between my family name, and the UK. Apparently, my grandpa's grandpa, George John Litton, George John Litton, was the British consul to China. And my grandpa's cousin, John Tinley, was a member in Parliament, House of Lords. I was really like, when I found that out, I was like, woohoo! I mean, it's always interesting to see your family history and all that, right? So they were even saying, Litton's graduated from Trinity College of Dublin and in Oxford, there in the UK. So, stuff like that. That's the educational part or family history. So I guess we made it through the British consul to China to have come all the way here to the Philippines.
That's a really fascinating family history. So
I know it. I love it.
Yeah. Could you tell us, how did you get started on your hosting career? If you could talk us through it.
Okay, this is a double-edged sword when I say this story. I was actually modeling. I was still in college, and we were in our final tableau. You're like striking a pose with other models, and the host was in front of me, and it was like a college, gathering. It was for a newspaper, one of the broadsheets, lifestyle section, and she was like just asking, "Are you having fun? Are you having fun?" But no one was minding her, and she was within an arm's reach. So I found myself just tapping her shoulder, kind of grabbing the mic, and like, "Hey! How's everybody doing? Everybody having fun?" Just a little something. And next thing you know, the crowd was like, woohoo! They were responding. And it gave me such a high. And then when us models left, the floor directors or the stage managers were like, "Excuse me, the director's asking your name. We want to get in touch with you." So it started there. I was still in college. And it just kept graduating to parties, definitely college parties, bar tours. We would raid 3 bars a night for be it alcoholic or cigarette brands. Of course, it's a bar, or if there's some sort of promo. And then it graduated to other shows like TV. I was in professional basketball. I had a car show, a race show, Formula 3, Asian Circuit. I had a travel show, which graduated to lifestyle, parenting, real estate, cooking. It just kept opening doors from one to another. And even in events, from bar tours, I ended up in this one hotspot for corporate executives to, hang out at after work. And next thing you know, I got invited to host corporate Christmas parties, which turned to yearly conferences, launches, team building activities. It just really snowballed, all out of grabbing that microphone. And there's a saying here in the Philippines, it's a word they call it racket, meaning it's once in a while. Well, that once in a while is now more than a 20-year career for me. It's not, I may not clock in and out 8 to 5 every day, but it's 4 to 5 events a week, averaged out. And till this day, I'm still here. I'm still doing it. So you know what I mean? It's a blessing.
It's really great how you constantly grab opportunities. And then
It just kept opening doors. The opportunities were there. So in hindsight, you're always just as good as your last job. That's why you can't drop the ball. You know what I mean? Others have off days. Well, you can't, because you are always as good as your last event. And you know how it works here. If you drop that ball, there's no excuses. So I really believe in maintaining a standard.
Yeah, Yeah, that's really great. So COVID-19 has affected the world. So how has the pandemic affected your lifestyle, and what is the COVID situation in the Philippines right
Okay,
now?
I'll start with the bigger picture. Definitely, yes. I'm sure you've seen it. You see it in the news. COVID numbers are kind of high in the thousands here in the Philippines. But the good news is we're already in A4 category. The rollout of the vaccination program is already not just for seniors or those with comorbidities. It's going well. So more and more people are availing of the vaccine, both via the government and private sector. So that's a good thing, just so everybody will feel more confident about going out and, of course, helping their immune systems fight the disease more. For me, how the pandemic hit me is, well, definitely I'm like the rest of the world. We just found ourselves staying home. And I liked it because I would be now with my girls. You know, you wake up, you won't come home late, that they're already asleep. In fact, sometimes even while I'm working, they're falling asleep. You know, they can still see me. I'm around. I think that's really the best gift the pandemic has given me, and I hope everybody out there, you feel the same way. Just being present, you're really being there physically. And when it comes to work, there was a slight pause for probably a month, but March 15, then Easter Sunday 2020, it was like April 13. By April 14 or 15, so yeah, around a month, when lockdown started, I was back online. I was already asked, Issa, it was for a online selling platform, could you talk about our product? It was a beauty product at that, you know, skincare. And I was really like, it's a pandemic. It's like, you know, are we selling? And they were like, well, we figured you'd know what to say and how to do it. Okay. So I rose to the challenge. And how I took it was not to be insensitive. You know, of course, a lot of people lost their jobs. So I just took it that now that we are here, it's really about self-care. So if you can, and if you have the means, it's time to really, you know, concentrate on yourself. Feel good. You miss the sense of connection. So bring back that sense of touch to you using this product. So, I mean, I was never given a script. So it was free flowing. And then, hey, and besides those products, or again, the shift to online platforms, to online events, everyone would always be saying, did you struggle? You know, was it a challenge for you? No. Because of my production background. I knew how to set this up. I knew how to set up a camera. I knew how to set up, you know, lights, the production design, you know, the background. You're definitely myself. How do you present yourself? So, yeah, I'd be hosting for clients, and the clients or the executives would be like, Issa, could you teach us what you're doing? There. How'd you do that? How do you look like you're not reading? How do you look and sound like that? You know, you're not far away. You're not choppy, you know? So yeah, that's a transition. I found myself simply adapting, shifting, or just tapping into what I already knew what to do because of my production background. So that's what got me through. And now I'm getting to share that gift or those skills with other people like you. Sorry, I'm rambling already. It's like one story connecting to the next.
Well, it's really great, and I'm really honored to be your student. I've learned so much from your classes. So, Issa, on your Instagram account, you posted you can do anything you want and you can be whatever you want to be as long as you want it. So you've proven that women can do it all. You're an award-winning host, actress, mentor, endorser, assistant director, entrepreneur, and mother to two girls. So how do you manage it all?
Oh, wow. Definitely with a lot of help. It takes a village. First off, again, priorities being a mom. My family's there, my dad, my siblings. They help me. Again, being in this situation where you're at home. Now I'm really physically there all the time for my girls, and that's a blessing. But I don't want to be insensitive to how women are when it comes to the rest of the world. Being here in Manila, in the Philippines, it's great to be a lady, a woman in the Philippines. We've had 2 women presidents, you know how it is. The gender equality, is that the right term for that? The gender equality index. It's a great place to be a woman here in the Philippines. That's why I've had all those opportunities, and I was able to put in the work, the effort, and just, take advantage of the opportunities that were open to me. That's why I was able to do all of that. It sounds like a lot, but they all just really fell into place beautifully for me. I had time. One was connected to the other. Now, like what I said, I don't want that quote sounding insensitive, because in some countries, women still can't go to school, right? Or, these situations, unfortunately, are not available to women everywhere. So I can only hope that there is an organization, a way for you to help yourself if you want it that bad, right? Education. That's why I'm a big advocate of education, because most girls really wouldn't know what opportunities are open for them if they don't learn about it. If they're not given a chance to learn about it. What are your basics if you can't even read or write? So this took a deeper turn when you gave me this question. It's so easy to just be flippant. Yeah, do what you can, girl power. But because the WHD is present, you told me before we went on air, this is present in 12 countries. I'm not familiar with the situations in those other countries, so I'd like to be sensitive about that. So I can only hope you put this quote to use if you find yourself in an opportunity to be educated and to open doors to pursue what you want. I hope that makes sense.
Definitely. So, Issa, you teach your students to become more conscious communicators. So, what is the importance of good communication skills, and what are the lessons you've learned in communicating more effectively?
Oh, definitely. It's not just about this. Everyone thinks communication is just this. Open your mouth, say the words. You, having already graduated from not just 1 but 2 of my webinars, my foundation course, which is online impact, and then the higher course, the advanced course, online interviews and moderating. Communication is everything. You see, you hear. You see because, do you project confidence? Because are you grabbing the attention, retaining the attention of your audience? It's not just a matter of, hey, that person's interesting. Do you keep them, tuned into you from start to finish? And then once you get their attention, is it worth listening to? Is it really being absorbed? So that they get to either form an opinion, make a decision, respond back to you. It's supposed to be 2 ways. Something to think about, spur them to action. Isn't that the whole point? It's not just a matter of, I'm done. That's not communication at all. I don't think that is communication. And let's admit it, especially now that we have transitioned to this online life. You work, you play, everything is online. There's so many lost in translation. There's so many, something like, what? I can't hear you. Okay, yeah, just to get it over with. And then, what was it again? Can you send me an email? So it turns out to be a waste of time. A waste of time, energy, effort, resources, right? So, yes, everybody should be better communicators. And it's not just for the working class. It's for students. It's something children pick up. Why do you think we teach them? Mama, dada, water, eat, hungry, painful. There's a whole point to communication. It's what it's part of life. You can't function without it. And then graduate to a yes. What if you can't literally talk? That's why it's visual. It's what you see, it's what you hear. And sometimes how you hear things should be aligned with what you see. You keep saying, yes, we should all be ladylike. Yeah, we should all be ladylike. There's a disconnect there, right? That's what I mean. It should be aligned. Everything should be married. Everything should be streamlined, just so effective communication can happen. And that's me as an actor, not just as a host talking slash director as well. It's everything I've learned that I managed to say these things about communication. I hope I make sense. It's really just like I seem to be talking about so many things. I'm trying to funnel everything into.
Which is great. So you also teach your students about authenticity.
Yes.
So, yeah. What would you like to see change in the way how people communicate online? What are the mistakes people are making in communication?
First off, everyone wants to be perfect. And if you are perfect, well, believe it or not, you will not connect with people that way. That's why I say be authentic. For example, I had one of the participants of my recent webinars, and she's a doctor, she's a pediatrician. She was like, Issa, one of the things I struggled with was when you kept saying, be authentic. Like, yeah, doesn't that make you a better doctor? Especially as a pedia. You know, it's not just saying, yeah, your child has fever, so give him paracetamol and blah, blah, blah. The mother in you, if you're being authentic, you care. It's like, oh, so is she feeling this? If she's really feeling uncomfortable about this, you connect at an emotional level. That's authenticity. When you really show you don't like it. Versus you have, wow, that's so good. Do I look like I'm impressed? Wow, that's so good. It's like, wow, that's so good, right? And it's not acting. It's being authentic. That's how you communicate with someone. If you just had 3 hours of listening to someone, yeah, hey man, that was an experience. I really loved everything you said. Do you believe me? Authenticity leads to better connections, to being believable, relatable. And no matter where you are from in the world, if you have that authenticity, it's not about faking it. Because others are really great at speeches, you know what I mean? Some are really great at sounding great. But why is it you don't connect? Because you feel like they're not sincere. See, authenticity, that's where that comes in. And that's real connections.
Authenticity is about connecting with others as well, your feelings, putting it across.
By connecting with yourself. By connecting with yourself, you connect with others. Because if you just keep, throwing it out there like, oh, okay, yes, I'm going to join this bandwagon. Yeah, I'm for that too. Yeah, but do you really believe in it? See? You have to like, yes, this is what I believe in. Oh, you believe in that too. Okay, hey, let's have a conversation about this. Yes, okay, then let's do something about this together. See how, again, it snowballs.
Yeah, it has to be aligned. So, Issa, how do you get ready for a show? What are the preparations that you make?
Everything I taught you is, till this day, I do. Everything in my webinars, when I say stretch, when I say, warm up, prepare everything. Preparation is key. Have a plan B. If something fails, it's just a matter of switching right then and there. All that is in place with every single event, shoot, recording, even for fun online readings. All that's in place. Because, again, it's being a professional, I guess. Is that what you call it? Maintain a standard. And that's something I never want to apologize for. And that's something I can't bring myself to let that down.
Yeah. So you get
Yeah.
all the hard work done first.
Yes. It's preparation. Don't call it work. The work comes after. And that's what makes the work fun. It really does. When you know, hey, I put everything in place, I'm more confident. I'm secure in me going forward, in me delivering or working on what I now have to do. Because now I don't have to think about those things.
So Issa, you have been hosting live events and televised programs for 20 years now. So how has the shift over 20 years? So how has the shift to online events been for you?
Like I said, it's not to sound like I'm bragging or anything like that, but it was rather seamless. I have a never stop learning mindset or mentality. I started again as a model. During commercials, I would always wonder, why is this taking so long? Why is this shot, it's just like a hair flip? Why does it take 150? Because there's so many other things in place, like a camera on a dolly, or, the sound was wrong. Something came in, the air, someone sneezed, little details. So I found myself asking questions. And then one of the directors took me in, like, hey, I saw you. It was a crowd shot. Okay, this is what brought me into being an assistant director or being a production person. It was a crowd shot. The sun was already setting and we needed the sun, and it was already 150 something. The camera had to dolly out. People had to step forward in a way that didn't crowd the camera and the lead star. So I just said, you know what, okay, when he says action, count to 3, jump, and then you laugh after count 5. And then the two of you just move left to right. I started talking to my castmates, to the other models, to the other talents on the set. And apparently the director and the assistant director saw it. It's like, hey, you have the makings of an AD. So yeah, an assistant director takes charge of the set. You oversee camera setup, lighting setup, sound setup, making sure the lapel is stuck on whoever's speaking right, the clothes fit right. I even started teaching acting tips, like, can you say it more convincingly, like you're happier, like you're biting into ice cream, like, it's communication, see? You can't just say, show me happy. There's so many ways to say happy, to show happy, like, manic happy, happy, sad happy. So all that came into play. And that started as me being in one side of the camera. So I embraced the other side of the camera. So now I had a 360-degree understanding of how a 30-second commercial works, which translates to how a TV show works, how they shoot movies. So whenever I'm back in front of the camera, I now know, okay, hey, my forehead looks too big. Can you please lower that now? It wasn't just about saying, are you guys done? Camera, are you done? Is the production design done? We need the actors on set now. I was never that type. I would always ask questions like, why is the bookcase like that, not straight? Because the camera reads it this way. Oh, what lens are you using? She looks really thin. Stuff like that. Like, oh, the shadow, the feel of the mood. I would always ask questions. So now that we're online, you're asking, how did you transition? I didn't have to ask. I knew what to do because I was taught by professionals. So it's not something I took advantage of, but apparently it's already in me because I learned about it. And then when I go back in front of the camera, again, knowing all that, now it's just a matter of, are we good? Can we start? I became a better host, a better actor, because it's not just about, are you set up yet? Is it my time now? Now I understand. Oh, okay. They're still finished. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that's going to take 20 minutes. So you really have a deeper, a bigger grasp of the big picture. It's not just about you. So I like how humbling and how generous it feels to be able to share that and really appreciate what other people do, because you don't see them. You only see the people in front. You only see the stars, but you don't see the person who wiped that floor so the star won't slip for that scene. Stuff like that. So I appreciate that. I like that never learning mentality got me here, and that is why I am the teacher or mentor that I am as well.
Issa, also because of, yeah, your initiative, you know the ins and outs of showbiz. So what do you do outside of work that helps you maintain a healthy, balanced life? And what do you
Oh
do
wait,
for the wellness?
okay, wait. I'm not ins and outs of showbiz, of hosting events. In the events industry, yes, it's a small world. But showbiz, it's actually something I'm getting into more actively right now. But it's okay, it's tied to that question of balance. So yeah, hosting, being an AD, a production person, One Lit Corp, which is the webinars. Uh, for balance, it's really definitely exercise. I have a sweet tooth. I love my cakes and my chocolates, you know. So I need to exercise. I need to move. I love to swim. I'm into Pilates now. I also like to dance. Not TikTok yet. I'm not there yet. Not yet there. Another thing is I need to keep creating. So that's what acting is also for me. I don't just see it as a career. It's really just something that helps me express. You know, you have these so many ideas. I need to be creative. So we do online readings. I have this great group of theater friends. Every month we come up with a play. Our good friend Jeremy Domingo comes up with a play, or someone suggests a play. We assign roles, and then we just read to each other so that we could have fun, you know. So there always has to be a balance. And even if I don't see my work as work, I still do need to just, it's not about earning money. Oh my gosh, I'm an entrepreneur and I just said that. Wait, again, being in One Lit Corp. Okay, actually, wait, can we share the video of One Lit Corp? I believe we have that. So besides mentoring and offering these webinars on online impact, which is to help people communicate online better, upgrade your presence and delivery. People think it's so easy. It's like talking on the phone, except the video is on. That's not it at all. So I hope that I am my best product. So here's One Lit Corp.
One Lit Corp is a company focused on hosting management, online communications, training, and digital content creation. It started in June 2019 with Issa Litton as its president, COO, and head trainer. She manages the likes of Mika Pineda, Ann Gutierrez, Yuki Higson, Steve Dailisan, Vanessa Vergara, and also trains resource speakers. One Lit Corp offers webinars such as Online Impact that helps participants upgrade their online presence and delivery skills and navigating the flow for online interviews and moderating. These webinars are open for one-on-one or group bookings. For inquiries, please send a message via One Lit Corp, FB page, or IG at One Lit Corp. Please welcome COO and head trainer of One Lit Corp. Third-time award for Best Female Host.
Okay, I think we can cut there. So sorry.
No, it's great.
Nations and UNESCO Awardee for Community Services. Corporate, lifestyle, and online events host, moderator, and actress. Proud mama. Please welcome Issa Litton.
Yay! Let's all welcome back Miss Issa Litton.
I have to credit my Sandico. That video is actually made by her team. My Sandico has her own show, of course, online. It's My Space. And when I guested in her show around 2-3 weeks ago, a month ago, she made that video for me. And it's great that you were able to play the video again. I just want to give credit where credit is due. So thank you, Mais. I was able to use your video again. So yeah, besides the webinars, Viva, about One Lit Corp, if I may, this is how it started. From me as a host, it's like passing the torch, right? So maybe I can train the next generation as well, pass what I learn, pass what I know, and manage them. Of course, what's wrong with making a business out of it? So yeah, so I trained and managed some hosts, and it again snowballed because I just wanted to start with a handful. I started with friends like Mika Pineda, who I acted with, Ann Gutierrez as well, is a good friend of mine. And then when the pandemic hit, I had to retrain them to online platforms. And then again, clients would say, how can you teach us? I didn't have to think about it because my module was already in place. The very same things I would teach my hosts, I now teach other people. But the end goal is not to turn them into hosts. It's so that they can make their presentations better, so they can sell better. I have a lot of doctor webinars going on for doctors, or I already had oncologists, pediatricians, for teleconsultations. Even for schools, teachers especially, by the way. When it comes to teachers, especially public school teachers here in Manila, it's my advocacy because, of course, it's a win-win situation. Better teachers teach better students. It's for better students, and they are the future of this country. So if I can have a little contribution to that, why not? That's really what One Lit Corp is turning out to be. So what started as just me saying, hey, maybe I can earn some money on the side by managing other talents, it's suddenly become, corporate booking, training, seminar, webinars, and even content creation. Some of them are like, hey, Issas, can you do an AVP for us, or a 30-second or a minute ad? Yes, because I do have production background, and I also have friends who work in production. So it's just this wonderful network I got to surround myself with, grew up with, worked with. It's helping out each other. And I'm really grateful to have them on this journey with me. Sorry, I just deviated there a bit about One Lit Corp. Back to you, Viva. I'm sorry.
That's great. That's great. So you told us more about One Lit Corp. How about for people who are wanting to start a business in these pandemic times? What would you like to tell them? What are your tips?
First, register. Make sure you have the right paperwork. That is part of the business, right? Register in SEC, you have your accountant, have lawyers, take a look at certain paperwork. Those are definitely the first parts. I mean, for me, I knew what I wanted to do, but I needed help, and I hired, hopefully, the right people. Yes, they are the right people. If there's something you don't know, ask. And that's what makes me the host that I am. I am never one to claim I know everything. So, if you do, and again, authenticity, if you feel a connection to someone. So if they're saying, hey, I'm a bit uncomfortable with how you're doing this, maybe can I try someone else? So there's also a fit to working relationships, but please make sure you have your paperwork, your registration, your original receipts, your ORs, all that should be in place, because especially if you want to go corporate, they will ask for those paperworks and accreditations and supplier forms, and so make sure you have what they need so that you can get the work. How can you work and offer what you offer or get paid for what you offer if you don't have that in place? And everything's easy now. It's really online, actually. So no more lining up, at least here in Manila. So that was the easier part of it. And I would always just ask questions. What else do you need? What else should I think of? Talk to people who already run businesses. That was one of the best parts about this pandemic as well. I was part of a lot of the Go Negosyo forums, which is here. Go Negosyo is like Go Business here in Manila. So I learned a lot from, the industry leaders. So hearing them talk about pivoting businesses, how to restart and all that, I was like, I should do that too. Keep an ear out. Never stop learning.
And Issa, you're also an example that passion can actually be your business as well. So aside from being an entrepreneur, host, you're also an actress. What has been your most unforgettable, your most favorite roles?
Oh boy, again, a little connection to the English. Shakespeare. I've had the honor of playing Helena, Katarina, Juliet's mom, Lady Capulet. And of course, nothing beats Lady M herself, Lady Macbeth. And I had the pleasure and honor of bringing her to life with the best Macbeth ever, a good friend of mine, Tarek, and of course with the best production group. It was a mix of professionals and students, directed by Carl. Again, among friends, among respected peers, Lady M was a dream. I got to speak her lines for school when I was only a junior. A junior in high school. And then in my 40s. Ooh, I said my age. I hope that. There you go. I got to do the whole play. And her lines are just so delicious, you know. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Isn't that just so delicious? Ugh. I love the lines. Maybe that's also why I love hosting. It's embracing words, and Shakespeare knew his words, you know? I'd love more. I'd love for more opportunities to do plays. In fact, one day, I hope to go there. I took some RADA, Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts workshops when they went here to Manila. I'd love to go there one day, maybe take up some courses. I love
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome, Issa, because you've given us a taste of Issa as an actress.
I hope you don't mind, just a little something there. But yeah, I love comedy. Wait, unfortunately, yeah, I just asked for one. But there's another one, Maria Merelli. It was a comedy by Ken Ludwig, a comedy of tenors. And she's this feisty Italian woman. That was also so much fun because there's physical slapstick comedy there. And even my family, you know, my daughters were laughing their heads off. And that's a tall order. So for them to think Mama's funny, I'm glad I delivered that one. And even right now, I'm privileged to have a show to Filipinos. It's on I Want TFC. It's based on a book by Maxine Gigi. It's called He's Into Her. In fact, I think it's the #1 show right now in I Want TFC. So I'm grateful for this role. Macy. It's actually showing now. It's showing at 8:45 every Friday. So if you can, check that out.
And Issa, now for your most fulfilling role. You're a mother of 2 girls. So what are your top tips for parenting in these times?
Oh, again, be present. People are complaining now more than ever is that I have to be there 24/7, especially if you have younger kids. But you know what? Time is fleeting. Childhood is fleeting. They won't be under your wings forever, in your house forever. So for me, I've always asked them to pursue their interests, and it's up to them. I was never the dictating kind, except recently. I made them sign up for impromptu and speech a workshop. It's like a month-long workshop. And they were like, even when the teacher, and I said, I'll sign you up. They're like, huh? We're going to teach your girls? I'm like, no, I mean, and even my eldest was like, Mama, it's something I do all the time already. You know, in school, I'm so active at this and that. You know, I host also our programs. And I just told her, then that's the height of arrogance. What makes you think you already know what you should know? So I found myself putting my no, mom knows best here. I hardly do that. But when I do, I really believe this is something you can use. And not just, by osmosis that you're my children. Because they're exposed to the work that I do. But it's nice to see how they fare with other teachers as well. But they definitely have their own interests. And I always encourage them to go for it. Like, I want gymnastics. Okay, let's look for gymnastics camp. Okay, how long do you want to pursue this? Ballet. Okay, let's go ballet school. Arts. Okay, go. I want to take up soccer, swimming. Okay. You know, I was never the type to say, no, don't do that. They'll figure it out.
You're also sharing with your daughters your love for learning. So, Issa, it will be Father's Day next weekend. What is your message to your dad?
Oh, my papa is my rock. You know, it's really true. He's the first man I've ever loved who's shown me unconditional love, continues to love me, you know, unconditionally till this day. And now my children as well. He is also their father figure too. He's my rock. I wouldn't know what to do without him. In fact, I wouldn't be this strong female character, you know, if not for him. He was the type, I'd trip running. He wouldn't go, oh, are you okay? He'd just look at me. And I'm like, you know, he'd let me take my falls because he knows I'll get up and I'll know better. And I think that's where I got my parenting style from. And I can't tell you what I'll tell him because he should know. And it's really like, wow, my papa's mine. I can't. Isn't that what's so funny? Isn't that what's so funny? This for someone who communicates for a living, you'll know. I guess this is where authenticity comes in. When you know you have a loss for words, you know that's when the big things are. That's where it is. And sometimes words are not enough to fill that in. It just takes a big warm hug to say it all. And that's enough. That's part of communication too.
That's an important lesson about authenticity. So
Yeah.
now let's go to World Humanitarian Drive, because World Humanitarian Drive has an Honoring the Honorable initiative to identify and recognize individuals and organizations for their contributions to this world by
I salute you for that.
and awarding them. So how important is this initiative, this honoring the honorable initiative in these times?
Well, you know, for a world that actually thrives on bad news, you know what I mean? You know, it won't make the headlines unless it's, you know, something catastrophic. Honoring the honorable is something we could all use every day. I remember this one, it was trending, the picture of the girl who passed NASA, and the one side by side is, is it Kendall Jenner in a bikini or something? It's like, how many likes did this person get versus this person? So why can't we honor beyond physical beauty or bodies? Efforts like, hey, someone saved girls from being married off early, you know, below 10 years old, or someone just got a Nobel Peace Prize for you know, those things, or simply someone even just returning a lost wallet to the rightful owner. We're missing that. And it's just great to hear stories like that more than, you know, oh, bankrupt here, shooting there. It does something to your psyche. So yes, the more you honor those who are doing good work, everybody could use that, and everybody should be on that bandwagon. I hope we do that more. So go WHD. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Issa. Those are really inspiring words from you. So I'm just looking through the comments of our viewers.
Oh, we do. Oh, hello.
Yes. So Win is saying Miss Issa Litton is an inspirational woman. And then Clarice de la Costa is saying she really is an excellent host. And then
Thank you.
we have a question from Tongi Gra. He's asking, do you have any advice for introvert people to develop their confidence in public speaking?
Oh, practice makes perfect. You know, it really does. For introverts, there's a purpose. I mean, If you were in my webinar, sign up. By the way, hi Tangi. Tell Happy this is by Happy Andrada, the sister of Viva. By the way, it's to celebrate Philippine Independence Day, and this is a barong crop top. Okay, back to Tangi. You need to put in the work, and for you to really get over either stage fright or I don't want to talk to people, see, being an introvert is like, I'm not comfortable talking to people. Or if you're like, I'm not a people person, that will distract you from what you're trying to do. So this is really where focus and purpose should come in. You're there to say something, to deliver a message, maybe make a presentation. Your purpose has to be crystal clear. And it's like having blinders. So you got to get at all that I'm not a people person. I'm really shy. I don't know what to say. Put in the preparation in place. Focus and have a purpose. There's no such thing as, I'll just do it because I have to do it. That's not a purpose. There's a purpose to everything. And then practice. If you think you can nail something just by, I'll do it once, you're going to lose that. That's already such a bad mentality. You're not going to nail it, right? So be it practice in front of a mirror or record yourself. Now everybody has a laptop, a device, any sort of device. Just record yourself so you see what you look like. You hear what you sound like. Oh boy, I'm giving already the tips of my webinars.
You teach all these and more. There's a lot more to look forward to in different courses. So this is just a taste. So we've got viewers from Philippines, Yemen, USA, Bangladesh, Malaysia.
Hello.
Yeah, and then we also have a comment from Dr. Dorisami Govinsami. He's saying popularity is synonym with celebrities. It's not easy, the task to maintain one's image at the top. So it's really hard what you're doing.
Oh, wow. Well, first off, I don't consider myself to be at the top of anything, right? Go back to purpose. You will be relevant because you have something worth offering. And people respond to you. Sometimes you don't even think you're worthy of offering something, and yet it's asked of you. So go for it and give, right? And even, saying that now makes me realize, but what if I'm not needed anymore? No. If you really have a growth and learning mentality, you grow while others grow. In fact, being here with Viva right now, who is one of my students or one of the participants of my workshops, I'm also on my A game. I can't let it down because, we're each other's models now. You keep yourself at a certain standard. So being around good people, your right people, you'll find your niche. You'll keep each other relevant. And it's not about being popular at all. It's really serving a good purpose. And it's good because you're serving something bigger. You're not serving yourself. I hope I gave depth to that. It's so easy to say popularity, fame. I was never after that. I just wanted to put out some good.
Put out the good, and you definitely do that, Issa. So Issa, many of our viewers have not been to the Philippines yet, so this would be a great opportunity for them to know more about your country. It's also Philippine Independence Day tomorrow. What can you tell others about the Philippines? What do you love about the Philippines? And what makes you proud?
Okay, well, here, I'm sure you and I are proud. We're both wearing your sister, who makes wonderful, this is made out of piña fabric, I think. Barong is our national, attire. I don't want to call it costume. It's our national attire. Being here in the Philippines, tropical climate, some people will say it's too hot, but we are warm. We're a warm nation of people who really are resilient at its very core. You know, through disasters, physical disasters, storms and all, we're hungry, we have nothing, and yet we're smiling. You know, we see the silver lining. We're very hospitable, really, to a fault. We like to always make others feel welcome. You'll feel right at home. There's a reason why so many come here and they don't want to leave, except for traffic. Fine, that's a given. Our country is really so rich with resources, not just in the congested areas of the metros, really. We're a loving, joyful people. And put us anywhere, we thrive. You know, we're all the eyes, you check them, imaginative, innovative, you know, they think of many ways to solve a problem. We're problem solvers. I'm very, very proud to be a Filipino, really, because it's not just of what we're able to do when given the opportunity. It's we do it with heart. There's just this, it's not passion, because, you know, this passion is more Latino, diba? Latino, passion, hot, hot. No, it's not that. It's warmth. That's why I have to go back to that word. We are a warm nation of people, not just our climate. It's what we give. It's how we are. So you know, you'll never feel like you're not welcome here. That's, I think, is one of the best qualities of being a Filipino. And tomorrow, it's Independence Day. It's the second Independence Day. By the way, we want to plug, if you want to get to know a little bit more about Filipino culture, well, check out Kalayaan 2021. Kalayaan means freedom in Filipino. Here's a poster. It's actually on Facebook via the Dance Exchange Philippines Facebook page. Check that out, because not only do we have dances and world-class singers like Lea Salonga singing, there's even a professor who explains why our independence date was changed from July 4 to June 12. Of course, July 4th is the American Independence Day. There's a little bit of history there, just so if you want to get to know our culture. So please watch that. It's happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. Manila time. So I hope that helps.
That's great, Issa. I'm sure many of our audience would like to check that out. So do you have any upcoming projects aside from that you would like to promote? And how could our virtual audience sign up for your courses?
Oh, okay. I already said He's Into Her on I Want TFC. Download the app. And definitely the Kalayaan 2021 Philippine Independence Day concert happening tomorrow, June 12 at 6 p.m. But please, you know, being online, it made the world so much smaller. As long as you have an internet connection, we can connect. I can conduct my webinars. I can be your teacher, your coach, your mentor. Just send me a direct message, a private message, either through Facebook at One Lit Corp Facebook page, or through me directly, Issa Litton, ISSALITTON. I'm just really a message away. I'm both on Facebook and Instagram. Or send me an email at onelitcorporation@gmail.com. That's onelitcorporation@gmail.com. And I've already had an international audience, international class webinars. That's what's really great about it. We just have to manage a time slot. If it's like 10 p.m. Manila time, and then it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, wherever you are. I've had students like you, Viva, in the UK, Dubai, Canada, Chicago, LA, New York, Singapore, India. It's amazing. Indonesia, even, you know? So the world is so much smaller when you're online. Let's just send each other a message.
Yes, Issa, that will be great. So we have a final question for you. So Issa, what is your inspiring message to the world?
Oh, wow. Let's be kinder to each other, really. This is not a time to have a we versus them mentality. be kinder to each other, and put out good. You know everyone could use it. Self-interest, self-survival, and all that, it's nothing if you're alone. There's always a bigger picture. And it's not just people, it's environment too. Oh boy, this is the only home we know. And you know it's in trouble, right? Ocean, climate change, storms, extreme heat, too much rain. There's a reason for it all. That's why we need to connect with each other more. I really hope we can. So be kinder to each other, please. Let's all be kind.
Thank you so much, Issa Litton, for honoring us with your presence, sharing your experience, expertise, and inspiring story with the world. In honor of international recognition for your virtue in persistently serving and inspiring humanity with your noble deeds, we would like to present you with an Inspiring Humanitarian Award signed by Dr. Abdul Basit Said, founder and chairman of WHD. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, WHD, for this. Wow, what an honor. Viva, can I just say, I have to thank you for this opportunity. There's one more thing. I know we went through mom, teacher. Actually, that's one thing we skipped. Being a teacher, being your mentor, like being a mom, it's a sense of fulfillment like no other. I wish you more opportunities to thrive. This is all you. I was just a little part of your journey, and I hope you resound more with others, with what you're doing through the WHD. So to the World Humanitarian Drive, thank you very, very much. I wish you the best.
Congratulations, Issa. Binabati kita sa iyong tagumpay. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much for joining us here today. Issa Litton, award-winning host, actress, entrepreneur of One Lit Corp. We would like to share a quotation by Filipino polymath and Philippine national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. To foretell the destiny of a nation, it is necessary to open the book that tells of her past. Let our history guide us in choosing the best path forward. May we learn from our heroes and live by their values. We hope you enjoyed today's discussion with Ms. Issa Litton and that it motivated you to upgrade your skills and talents. If today's discussion inspired you, please like it, share it, send us a comment. Also, do share with us your takeaways from today. Follow us on our social media accounts. Click subscribe on our YouTube channel, WHD Media. Visit our WHD website, www.whd.org.uk, for more inspiring events. Stay safe and healthy. These are tough times for everyone. Please remember to be kind. To our frontliners, we salute you. We thank you for your hard work, sacrifices, and dedication to humanity. Happy Corn on the Cob Day. Happy Teacher Thank You Week. Happy Philippine Independence Day, Trooping the Color. Happy birthday to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II tomorrow. To all those celebrating their birthdays and special milestones this week, happy celebrations. Have a wonderful weekend. World Humanitarian Drive will host Trilateral Global Summit Edition 2, Trade for Peace, Building Global Economy with distinguished and honorable speakers. Watch it live on WHD's Facebook page this Wednesday, the 16th of June, 9 a.m. onwards, UK time. On behalf of WHD team, especially those working behind the scenes, WHD Chairman Dr. Abdul Basit Said, WHD Director of Global Operations, Ms. Sarah Wilson, WHD's 12 Honorable Secretary Generals, we thank you, our virtual audience from around the world, for joining us. This has been World Humanitarian Drive's Inspiring Millions Show. I'm Viva Flynn. Please join us again next Friday. We will have a discussion with a creative couple, Kat Goduko and Dwayne Wright from the USA, as we inspire the world here on Inspiring Millions Show.